Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my latest video. And today I have project shares. Recently I had a Spellbinders haul or craft haul that I did, and one of my viewers, Brenda Meredith, had asked, she said she would love to see some projects or cards using the cutting dies that I had purchased. And so I did take her up on that offer to create some different projects using the cutting dies. And so I'm here to share those projects. And I think I'm going to do it in a two-part video, mainly because I have one of the items that I have is still drawing and I didn't grab it to show you. So I think I'm just going to show you maybe about half of them now, and then I'll post another video tomorrow with the other half. And then also, if you check out the video link listed in the description box, I will link the actual haul video of the cutting dies, because I had some other craft stuff that I also purchased in that video. And since Brenda was kind enough to leave a comment and I took her up on her offer to create something with the cutting die, Brenda, if you are interested in having me send you this card, which is one of the cutting dies that I just purchased, if you are interested in this card, I will leave my email down below. So if you want to email me your address, I would be more than happy to mail you this card. So thank you again for that suggestion. I did have some fun working on it. It did take me a couple of weeks just because I have been working on other projects also to get through all of the dies, but I will show you guys everything, or at least one project that I made using all of the cutting dies that I purchased. So, so here is the first cards that I created. And this is what the cutting die looks like. I already put it in my little magnet sheet envelope here that I'm using to store my cutting dies. And this one was called Bless Your Heart Vignette. And this one is Amazing Paper Grace one. And that is the item number if you are interested in this one. And again, Spellbinders had some discounted cutting dies on their website, and I had purchased them. So this one was kind of the Bless Your Heart. And I made two little cards. First one I made was a simple little one that just said Bless Your Heart. A lot of times when I buy cutting dies, if I just feel like crafting, sometimes I'll just make a quick card, and you can always embellish it more later if you want. Or these ones are also really nice just to be able to slip in an envelope and mail them off with the correct postage, that you don't have to go into the post office to weigh them up or anything. But and then I usually leave them blank until I am ready to give them to somebody if I don't have a specific person. So this one was, like I said, kind of the basic one. And also at the end of the video, I will show you all the papers that I used, and if I used any stamps, I'll show you guys. That was also at the end of the video. But so there was the quick card. This one's almost exact same layout as this card, but and I used the same paper collection, but I did go ahead and add just a couple of embellishments to this one. So that's the first one I had to share with you guys. And again, that was the Bless Your Heart Vignette cutting die from Spellbinders. So the next die that I wanted to share with you guys is the die of the month from December of 2021. And there is the name of it, and it's called Enchanted Pocket Card Tag and Envelope. I did take it out of the envelope just so I could show you guys how to use it if you are new to using cutting dies. And so that's what it looks like. And then here was a little sample that I made, and I purchased this one because I thought it would be really cute in a junk journal, as a little envelope in a junk journal. But I also thought it's the perfect size for adding gift cards. So if you gift a lot of gift cards, I thought this was really elegant. It would work very nicely for like a wedding envelope for a gift card for somebody. And so I just wanted to show you that sample that I created and how I decorated the inside. And then I also ended up cutting one of the little pieces just because I was curious to see how it turned out. And then I made it into a journal card. I made it too big for this, but I'll be able to use it on something. I can pop it on a card or use it as a journal card in an actual journal, or I could maybe round the corners and make it into like a tag if I were to put some ribbon up at the top. So I know on the back of the instructions, the one that they had, they left part of it open with the pocket. So you would have been able to, like this one right here, it says, "I appreciate you." And what they ended up doing is just doing the base and folding it up, but they didn't fold the top flap down of the envelope. So they would have just left it like this without the fold line right there. And then you maybe could have used it as like a pocket like this in a journal with the tag in it. I chose to fold mine over to make it a little tiny envelope, but that's kind of what their sample would have looked like without the fold there. And this would be really cute on the front of a card also, I think, or in a journal. They had it on a card here, but I think that would be really cute in a journal. And for those, I'll show you real quick how to use the die if you're not familiar with this type of die. So here's like the base of the envelope. And then you can see they give you these long little strips right here. And I have to find the longest two. And so if you want fold lines to make it easier to fold, when you're cutting the die, you just add these in. And you would just use your like little washi tape or masking tape to hold them down when you die cut. But that would give you the folds like what I had in here, which makes it really easy to fold. And then as you can see right here, I had this little elegant part right there. That would be this die right here. And so you would just lay it inside there and kind of tape it down when you put it in your die cut machine. So that's kind of the basic one right there. And then they had this little insert piece right here. And again, if you wanted to make a smaller card out of this one, they do have a fold right here. So I could have made like a small little gift card and folded this over. I didn't do that, and I maybe should have. But I did want to show you that. But what I ended up doing with this piece is I put this one up here. And I put this one down here. I ran it through my die cut machine, and when I got it out, I just cut it down. So as you can see up here, I cut the piece so that I could put it right up here once I die cut it out, and then I cut it again so that I could have the piece up here on the top of the envelope. And then this part, when I cut it out, I glued it onto a scrap piece of cardstock. So I wanted to show you that if you were trying to figure out how to use that die if you're new to cutting dies. The next one that I wanted to share with you, and I apologize for the glare, that's my overhead lights and there's nothing. I've tried adjusting my camera, and I could turn off the top lights, but then everything would be kind of dark. So I do apologize for the glare. I'll try to hold things at different angles so you can easily see it. But here's my next sample that I wanted to share with you guys. And this one is called Circle Meets Square, and there is the number of it, and that's kind of what the die looks like. And again, this is another amazing paper grace one. It's a really fun one. And so here is the sample that I created, and I actually created an easel card to share with you guys. And I do have some pieces just sitting here because I might add more to it, but for now I just left it blank again, not knowing exactly how I'm going to use it. But here was the easel card that I created with it. This was a really fun die. This one you could have very easily left the center out, and you would have had a bigger middle space where you could have stamped some sort of sentiment on it. Or you could have layered everything. And there was actually one more piece that I could have layered up again in the middle. They had this one right here, but I chose not to layer that one up. And as you can see, when I die cut it out, I added all sorts of little pearls to it. I just liked the look of that one. And then I did end up using, I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to put on this. I stamped a couple extra like thank you words where you could layer up a word across the middle on this. Or if you wanted to use a bigger cutting die or something, you could layer up another sentiment on the middle. And then also I was thinking on the inside, I was going to use these somehow on the inside with a sentiment. But again, I'm not quite sure how I want to use the cards, so I didn't fully finish it, but I will leave these pieces inside of here so then I have them if I want them. But again, I just wanted to show you how I ended up using this one. I really love how this one turned out. It was, you know, other than it was a little time consuming putting all the pearls on it, it was a pretty quick and easy card. So again, that one was Circle Meets Square. And the next one I want to show you, this one is called Filigree Marquee. And that's what that one, it's A2 size. And that's the number on the top of it. And that's what it looks like. I love these ones where they're layering pieces. This one was definitely one where you could have not put the whole inside in it, and you could have stamped something on the inside of it, or you could have layered the pieces. You could have just taken the middle piece and used that for another card with a different border. I did choose to cut all the pieces and layer them up, and I just kind of did a simple little thank you card, and I went ahead and just added some flat back pearls and some little embellishments to the corner. But that's how my card turned out. I do love that card. And this is the last card I'm going to share with you on this video, other than I'll share what paper I used and the stamp real quick that I used. And I think I'll do the other, because I have, like I said, another one that I'm drawing that I want to grab. So I'll do those in a second part video, and I'll post that video tomorrow. So if you come back and you can check out my other Spellbinders dies in that video. So this will be the last one I share on this video. And this one was called Happy Anniversary Vignette. And again, another amazing paper grace. And there was the number on that one. And so this one was, again, another quick and simple card. I just layered it up on kind of some black and white paper. I did choose to use the anniversary, that was happy anniversary sentiment that they had, but you could easily, very easily leave this part off and just stamp a sentiment, or if you have another circle die, you could very easily add that into the middle. And I just really didn't have any anniversary stamp or cutting dies, and so I wanted this one when I saw it when it was discounted. I think I got it like for 50% off at Spellbinders. Again, I think these types of dies, they're elegant, but they're so quick and easy just to have to run through your paper. And if you want to embellish more, you can, and if you don't, you don't have to. This one, the only embellishments that I did was add some little rhinestones to the little pieces. And this one you definitely could have made, it'd give you a whole different look if you changed out the paper and did something different. But I like to do a lot of black and white cards for weddings and anniversaries and stuff. So I did that one as black and white. And then just real quick, I'll share with you this. I just used the one stamp on this set that said thank you. And so I don't know what company this one comes from. I store all of my unmounted stamps in little envelopes like this, and then I just stamp on the front. But here's what the stamp set looked like when I bought it from a long time ago. And it was a red rubber one. Like, kind of like that. So it wasn't a clear one. But it came from this set right here. So I do apologize, I don't know the company, but I did like that little thank you, which I used on one of the cards. And then as far as the paper I used, the first one that I showed you that said bless your heart. This was a Prima one, and it was called With Love paper pad, and that was a Frank Garcia one. And that's kind of what the paper pad looks like. So I used this paper pad. For that anniversary card with the black and white one, I used this paper from DCWV. And this one was called Everlasting Love paper stack. And that's kind of what that one looks like. So I did that one for the black and white one. And then everything else, that cute little envelope that I did, and the other two cards that I shared with you, I did this Paper Studio one from Hobby Lobby, and it was called Distressed Floral. I am really in love with this paper. Other than the fact that, you know, Hobby Lobby has thinner papers, I do love this paper pad, and I'll probably be buying it again. I know they have a smaller version, so I think I'm going to get the 6x6 one. And then I'm going to also probably pick up another of the 12x12s when they're on sale again. Just a really nice paper pad. So lots of shabbiness, vintage going on in that one. So again, I wanted to thank everybody so much for watching today. And Brenda, again, if you are watching, don't forget to open up the description box to find my email, and you can email me your address and I will send you this card just as a thank you for commenting on my video. And don't forget, I will be back tomorrow with a second video using the rest of the Spellbinders dies that I purchased recently in my haul. So until next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.